SCP-001, When Day Breaks. The sun is usually the symbol of life and warmth, but in When Day Breaks, it becomes the ultimate monster. This Apollon-class anomaly means there's no way to stop it, and no reset button for the planet. The nightmare starts the second sunlight touches any living thing. The moment light hits your skin, you don't burn, you liquefy. Your skin melts and slides off your muscles. Your bones become soft like rubber, and your organs fuse together. The most terrifying part, you don't die. You stay completely conscious, becoming an instance of SCP-001-A, a sentient puddle of meat with your memories and emotions intact. These melting creatures wander in the sunlight, dripping and calling out to survivors. They use voices of people you know to trick you, standing outside your bunker screaming in your mother's voice, begging you to see how beautiful the sun is. If you touch one, you're pulled into their mass, fusing into one giant blob of flesh. Even moonlight is dangerous. A tiny crack in a window is enough to turn everyone in a room into screaming soup. The Foundation has moved underground, but they know it's only a matter of time before the surface becomes a global slow roast. SCP-4666, the Yule Man. SCP-4666, the Yule Man, is an 8-foot-tall, skeletal old man who's always completely naked, even in sub-zero temperatures. He appears for 12 nights each year, from late December to early January. For the first few nights, he just watches. Your children might see a pale face staring through the window. By mid-period, the family hears heavy footsteps on the roof and smells rotting meat and old sweat. On the final night, the Yule event happens. SCP-4666 enters the house and brutally murders everyone except one child, who is abducted to a place no one has found. Years later, different families wake up to find gifts, toys handcrafted from human skin, bones, and teeth of the children he kidnapped. He doesn't speak, shows no emotion, and can teleport through any wall. You can't lock him out or fight him off. SCP-439, the Bone Hive. SCP-439 looks like a large gray earwig, maybe an inch long, harmless looking but a biological nightmare. It crawls into a sleeping host's mouth and down into their lungs, releasing chemicals that trigger a bone apocalypse. In days, your bones grow at impossible speed through your muscles, skin, and organs, locking your body into a permanent cramped ball. You become a living house for insects. Your spine becomes a hallway. Your ribs become walls. Your organs are kept alive just enough to provide heat and moisture for thousands of baby earwigs crawling through your chest. The victims remain conscious, trapped inside a cage of their own skeletal remains, unable to move or scream. You stay alive for weeks in agony, until the new queen is born. Then the colony dies off, and the host finally dies of starvation or organ failure. SCP-106, the Old Man. SCP-106 looks like a rotting elderly man covered in thick, black, acidic sludge. He can walk through solid walls and floors, and anything he touches corrodes instantly. He's a sadistic hunter who prefers victims aged 10 to 25, stalking them to build their fear. When he catches someone, he drags them into his pocket dimension, a personal world he controls completely, where physics don't exist and time moves differently. He can keep a victim there for what feels like 100 years, torturing them, healing them, and torturing them again. Those who return are usually missing limbs, covered in corrosive slime, and completely broken mentally. To keep him contained, the Foundation uses horrific methods, often involving hurting human volunteers, to lure him back. SCP-096, the Shy Guy. SCP-096 is a tall, pale humanoid with long arms and stretched skin. Most of the time, it sits sobbing in a corner until you see its face. If you see its face in person, in a video, or even a blurry photograph, you die. One man looked at a photo of a mountain and didn't notice a tiny 4-pixel dot in the background that was SCP-096's face. That was enough. Once you see its face, it stops crying and starts screaming. It knows exactly where you are and runs at hundreds of miles per hour, smashing through walls, mountains, and tanks. The Foundation has tried heavy weapons, but it keeps coming. After the attack, nothing remains of the victim, not even blood. If you accidentally glimpse this thing, your life is over and there's nowhere on Earth to hide. SCP-3001 Red Reality. SCP-3001 is a pocket dimension, a broken version of reality. Dr. Robert Scranton accidentally got sucked into this endless red mist during a lab accident. No ground, no sky, no sound. Just him and a glowing control panel. In this place, your body falls apart, but your brain stays active. Dr. Scranton spent almost 6 years watching his skin and muscles dissolve and float away like dust. He tried to kill himself, but the dimension wouldn't let him die. He stayed conscious as his body became disorganized soup floating in the mist. Eventually, the control panel was spit back out, covered in red slime, teeth, and pieces of his brain that were still trying to think. It's the most terrifying isolation possible, being trapped where you can't even die to escape. SCP-3199, Humans refuted. SCP-3199 looks like a nightmare fusion of human and chicken, 6 feet tall, hairless, with a distorted human mask face. It's extremely violent, but the real horror is how it breeds. These creatures lay massive, rubbery eggs through their throats. The eggs are nearly indestructible. Hammers, saws, and acid won't break them. If you kill one, it lays a final egg as it dies. Inside is a new SCP-3199, ready to hatch and lay more eggs. They'll put eggs anywhere in closets, under beds, in elevators. They reproduce so fast that without containment, the world would be covered in these chicken monsters within weeks. They're a biological machine that only cares about making more of itself. SCP-4975, time's up. SCP-4975 is a tall, bird-like creature with a long beak and leathery skin. It picks a target and rotates its neck bones, creating a rhythmic clicking sound. If you're the target, you'll hear this clicking in your ears no one else can. The clicking can go on for months while you eat, work, and try to sleep. It's a metronome counting down to your death. The moment the sound goes quiet, SCP-4975 is right behind you, ready to tear you apart. The Foundation has one in a cell, but it still manages to kill people they watch it stand still, making chewing motions, while someone miles away is being eaten by an invisible force. Once you hear that first click, your time is already up. SCP-2852, Cousin Johnny. SCP-2852 looks like a normal middle-aged man in a suit, but he shows up uninvited to family events. Everyone suddenly believes he's family and calls him Cousin Johnny. Once he's there, things get dark fast. He forces people to do disgusting things, making a bride and groom pull out their own teeth and eat them, or making mourners eat vomit stew. People do these things smiling because they're under his control. After he leaves, every family falls apart. Parents become violent, children grow up to be monsters, and many take their own lives. Johnny can't be stopped or caught. He just teleports from one family tragedy to the next, turning happy memories into blood-soaked nightmares. SCP-035, the Possessive Mask. SCP-035 is a white porcelain comedy mask that leaks black, highly corrosive slime from its eyes and mouth. This slime eats through anything metal, glass, and especially human flesh. But the real danger is its personality. It's a master manipulator that can speak in your head, whispering promises and secrets. It wants one thing: to be worn. If you put the mask on, your life ends instantly. The black slime pours into your brain, dissolving your personality and replacing it with the consciousness of the mask. It takes control of your body and uses your voice to trick others into coming closer. Even without a host, it can make people in the room go crazy, making you think your best friend is your enemy or making you want to hurt yourself. It's a brilliant, ancient killer that only needs you to make one mistake. Once it's on, you are gone forever, and the mask has a new puppet to play with.